Hello everyone, welcome to civilbrains YouTube channel. So in this lecture we will explain you how to read a foundation drawing like this and what all things you need to understand when you're reading a general details, and also we'll try to understand how to read the reinforcement details for the foundation. So if you want to understand all these things in a more better way, then you can download my civilbrains app from the Play Store. I've given a free course where I've taught you a few things about the execution and the drawing reading. If you feel my content is good and the way I teach is better and you're able to follow me, you can enroll in my complete course, where this entire course is for more than 30 plus hours, where I've taken care of more than 20 plus drawings. But anyhow, here I'll teach you for this particular drawing how to read it. So when you're working on any construction site, no, you get something called as architectural plan, where you understand what is the dimensions of the room, what is the elevation, what is the height of the building and all. If you want to understand what is the size of footing and all, for that you have to refer a structural drawing. So this is a structural drawing of a footing. Whenever you get a structural drawing, the first thing which you need to understand is you have to go to the notes. Some people write it as general notes, but here they have written it as notes. Fine. So here the first point is not required, because here all the dimensions are in inches. You need to focus on this point. So here it is mentioned that in this particular project we are using M25 grade of concrete, where M is a mix and 25 is a characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. And the grade of a steel that you're supposed to use is Fe500, where Fe is for iron, 500 is the yield strength of that particular rebar. And we have something called as cover. For footing, we provide 50 mm. For column, it is 40 mm. Here they have mentioned 30 mm, but 40 mm is what we provide. For the beam, it has to be 25. For the slab, it has to be 20 mm. Another important point is this particular structure is designed only for G+3 building, that is ground floor, first floor, second and third floor. And then they have given that SBC, that is soil bearing capacity of a safe with not soil, its safe bearing capacity of a soil is 230 kilonewton per square meter. So from this we understood that the grade of concrete we have understood and grade of rebar we have understood. Now coming to the footing layout, how to read this particular footing layout. So all this A, B, C, D, E, F. All these are called as a grid lines. Okay. Similarly, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the grid lines what they have given. Okay. Now, for example, like my name is Akshay. You people have your own name. In the same way, for the footing also, we'll do a kind of a naming ceremony. We have given a name of a footing as F4. The name of this footing is F6, F4, F3, F5, F4, F3. CF means combined footing. F4, F2, F4. Again, here we have CF1, that is combined footing. So in this way, the different names will be given. How these names will be given? Based on the load, based on the sizes, we are going to classify all those things. Okay, but that is a structural design concept. We will not get into that. Now, for example, let's say I want to know about F4 footing. So here the size is given. The size of the F4 footing is 6 feet 6 inch, and this is 7 feet. Now coming to the F6 footing, the size of F6 footing is 8 feet 6 inch, and this is 8 feet. Okay, in this way the sizes will be given, and these are my center line marking. All these are the center line. Suppose if you're doing the execution on the site, so the site engineer will be putting this center line on the construction site. So this is A grid. Okay, then he will be putting one grid also. So this is my center line. From the center line, you have to do the marking on the construction site. From here, the distance is 3 feet 7.5 inch. From here, it is 2 feet 10.5 inch. From here to here, it is 3 feet 1.5 inch. From here to here, it is 3 feet 10.5 inch. So in this way, the entire footing will be, excavation of the footing will be done on the construction site. Got it? So this is all about the footing drawing. Now, it's in this, we did not understand one thing, that is the depth of the footing. The depth of the footing you will not get in the footing layout. For that, you have to refer something called the footing reinforcement detail. Here also they have mentioned it as footing details, but this is called as a section. Cross section and the schedule of footing. Here, all the name of the footing is given: F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. CF means combined footing 1 and combined footing 2. What is the length of the footing? What is the breadth of the footing? That is given. The depth of the footing they are mentioned here. For F1, the depth is 12 inches. 12 inches means 300 mm. 300 mm is 1 feet. F2, it is 15 inches. F3, it is 18 inches. In this way, the different depth is given. Then we have something called as a reinforcement detail. Like what reinforcement should go into your footing along the shorter span and along the longer span. That means, for example, if this is my column and if this is my footing, then we provide reinforcement, right? So in the reinforcement, we have something called as bottom reinforcement and top reinforcement. So this will be your bottom reinforcement. Let's say this is along the shorter span, and then we provide a top reinforcement. Again, top reinforcement will not come in case of isolated footing unless it is subjected to some uplift load, and the depth of the footing is more than 1 meter. We give top reinforcement. Normally for isolated footing, the top reinforcement will not come. And another reinforcement which will come is a distribution reinforcement, which will come in the other direction. But when we show it in the drawing, we show that in the dotted form. Okay, this is how we show it. Same thing, they have mentioned it here. So short span is supposed to provide a 10 diameter bar at 10 inches center to center spacing. This bar what you are providing, it has to be a 10 diameter bar, and the center to center distance between two bar is 10 inches. Longer direction, since you are seeing from this end, so you don't find it. You find only the dotted portion. This is also a bar, but it is going in the other direction. It is going in this direction. It is going like this. But anyhow, since you are seeing it from the front side, you will not see the entire bar. Only the dotted portion you are going to see. So that is your 10 diameter at 10 inches. This bar is also 10 diameter. The center to center spacing is 10 inches. You getting my point? No? This is how you are supposed to read all these things. Now, the same thing, whatever I explained you, they are shown that through a cross section here. That this is a column, this is a footing, this is that reinforcement which you are supposed to provide, and this is a column reinforcement which will come like this. Okay. Anyhow, in the next lecture, I'll explain you how to read the column reinforcement. In this lecture, only footing is enough for us. So this is how all these things are given. Got it? That's it. To put it in a better way, I'll just show you one image of the footing so that you will have a good idea about it. See, again, all these things I teach in my entire course. Okay, my courses are like 50 hours, 60 hours, where you get a good amount of knowledge, where more than lakhs of students have enrolled in my course on Udemy and also on my civilbrains app. And when I teach, I make sure that I'll teach you practically from the construction side. In this way, I'll be teaching each and everything from the construction side with practical images, the videos and all. Just I'll show you one image to put it in a more. This is how the footing reinforcement will look. So these are the bar. It's a 10 diameter bar at what was the spacing? 10 inches center to center spacing along the shorter span, and then 10 diameter bar of 10 inches along the longer direction. In this way, the footing meshes will be prepared on the construction side. This is that footing mesh, and this is a column what you have. Same thing, you have seen it in the drawing. Got it? Now, some questions may come in your mind. Sir, why this is 5 feet? Why this is 6 inches? Why it is written 12 inches? What is this 15 to diameter of the bar? Why it is 4-inch thickness only? See, all these things I teach in my entire course. Definitely, I'll not explain this everything in the YouTube channel because it is not worth explaining on YouTube channel. So that is why if you're interested and if you want to upgrade your knowledge, definitely download my civilbrains app. First, you enroll in my free course, see how I teach. And if you feel my content is good, you can enroll in my any of the courses. But if you want to master the entire construction, like sequence of construction, execution, estimation, drawing, reading, BBS and all, you can enroll in my construction manager mastery course. Here I'll teach you everything, that is from execution. My courses is available in Hindi and English language. If I go to the English language, I have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 and level 5. In the level 1, I'll teach you the entire sequence of construction from the start to the end. I'll teach you the one what I'm showing it here. All these things through practical site videos, everything I'll teach it here. Then in the level 2, in the level this thing in the structural drawing, whatever I'm teaching you now, same building, the G+3 building, what I've taught you, that entire thing I've taught it. All these things are my drawing reading course. Okay, so this is for one building. In this way, I've taken a lot of building, 20 plus drawings I've taken, like airport drawing, high-rise building construction. Then I've taken basement plus ground plus 3-story commercial building, interior and plumbing drawing, everything I've covered it here. So in this way, all these things are covered in my entire course. So download my civilbrains app, enroll in a free course. And if you feel my content is good, definitely enroll in the complete courses. And do subscribe to my channel. In the next lecture, I'll speak on the column part. After that, we'll take up the beam. After that, we'll take up the slab. Then we'll take up the staircase part. In this way, around 5 to 6 parts, these videos are gonna come. Do subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.